Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. An interesting show tonight ahead of us. Of course, we're going to build up to the Liverpool match on Sunday. Key match for Manchester United for the season. Always is when you play Liverpool. There's never a small match against our arch rivals, especially not at Old Trafford as well. Of course, last time Liverpool came to Old Trafford, I think we actually beat them as well. So let's hope we can continue that their record. We were playing them in the cup. Obviously on Sunday, in a couple of weeks' time, we'll be playing them again in the league. Key matches in terms of the season. A trip to Wembley is at stake here. It's FA Cup quarter-final time as well. Some good news in terms of players coming back from injury, which we will get to very soon. We have an Eric Ten Hag press conference we want to go through as well. Some interesting quotes in there for sure. And as well as that, we will look at all the other Manchester United news with some interesting points coming up ahead of an international break that will see a big shake-up behind the scenes at Manchester United. We'll see this INEOS revolution from within continue. But I guess we're going to kick off with Manchester United versus Liverpool. This is obviously what we want to get talking about, and I'm not too sure how I feel about this one, guys. Honestly, I always want to say that I feel we can get a result against them. Hello to Rajat, good to see you, buddy. I always want to say we can get a result against Liverpool, especially at Old Trafford, especially in the Cup. Last time they came here in the FA Cup, I think we beat them 3-2. It was a match under Ole behind closed doors. I think Bruno scored a free kick to win it. But certainly, look, it's going to be an interesting time Sunday. They're really looking good, even with all their injury problems, even with all the players missing. And the more they get back, the more confident I'm sure Liverpool will feel. Obviously, big win last night. I think they won 6-1 last night and 4-1 the week before against, in the Europa League on a 10-2 aggregate score, and they've been picking up wins and they've been picking up results, and they're looking very hard to stop at the minute, Liverpool. So we're going to have to be on our A game as well if we want to get anything out of this, guys. Get your thoughts in down below on that one. Get your predictions in. Look, it's always difficult to predict how a cup match is going to go because there's a lot of variables in there. You sometimes do get managers prioritizing league fixtures, Champions League fixtures. Liverpool, of course, have played on Thursday night. United haven't played since last week, so I'm sure that will no doubt come into Jurgen Klopp's line of thinking as well. And look, last time out against Liverpool this season, 0-0 at Anfield, and arguably we had the chances to win that match. I think Hojlund had a good opportunity, and it was a poor match, and the last couple of matches between United and Liverpool haven't been good. Obviously, look, with the 7-0 defeat last season, that goes without saying. But in terms of sheer match quality, they usually tend to under-deliver. Anyway, Liverpool in very, very good form. 6-1 win last night. Drew with City at the weekend. Beat Sparta Praha 5-1 the week before. Beat Nottingham Forest. Beat Southampton. These are all just in February as well. Beat Chelsea. Beat Luton. Beat Brentford and Burnley and Chelsea. They haven't lost a match since they went to the Emirates on the 4th of February. They will be very difficult to stop in this match. We're going to have to turn up and put in a real good shift anyway, if we want to get anything out of this. Rajat says, Dallo and Onana have been now amazing. Yeah, I think they've really improved. Look, I mean, I still have some reservations about Dallo. I think the role he undertakes is absolutely essential. I do still think he can be a little bit suspect to losing his man, certainly on the blind side and at the back post. That can happen occasionally, but certainly he's really improved, and he's probably one of my players of the season, to be honest. Onana has improved as well. Rajat said, let's go Amrabat, Lindelof left back, and Dallo right back. Maybe that could be the order of business. I'm not too sure. We got Wan-Bissaka back. Do we go for Dallo at right back and Wan-Bissaka left back? We've seen that this season. Do we go Wan-Bissaka right back and Dallo at left back? Maybe that's the best option we got here. Big ups, Man Utd. Thanks for joining in, buddy. And big ups to Daniel as well. What's up, man? How's it going? Looking forward to Sunday's match against Liverpool. Guys, get your votes in on the poll as well. So to win, a draw, which means a replay, I'm 99.9% sure, or is it going to be a loss? Let me know as well. Sorry for no live last night, guys. Honestly, I've been pretty sick all week, and last night I had literally no voice. I've managed to recover pretty well today, but I had to work from home today. I wasn't up for heading into the office or anything, so hence the earlier live time tonight. Look, it's certainly going to be a big match on Sunday, and I think for Eric Ten Hag, it's absolutely essential. One of the key cornerstones of what INEOS and Radcliffe want to bring to this club is elite level competition. Like, we can go against Liverpool and City and Arsenal and show that we can beat them. That we want to be better than them. We don't just want to be able to be close to them. We want to be better. So I think performances in these big matches and the mentality surrounding it will really certainly that will be something that Ineos will be considering. Latada's down there referring to Stefan as a dude. It's not called. Guys, I mean, I've been referred to as worse on here. You're all good. You're all good. I've been referred to as I'll not even use the words anyway. But yeah, look, guys, 4 big returns potentially on Sunday, and maybe this means we can feel a little bit more confident, or we'll have at least some more options on the pitch. Eric Ten Hag expects Harry Maguire, Rasmus Hojlund, and Wan-Bissaka to be available for Sunday's match. So that's important. I think Wan-Bissaka could be at right back, and I think you could see Dalot at left back if he's fit. Rajat's absolutely right. He's just come back out of being injured, so maybe no, maybe not at all. You see, I think that happened to us last time as well. We rushed Wan-Bissaka back, and he got injured again. So we want to avoid that, of course. Latada, welcome after 6 months. Rajat, my bad. No, buddy, you're good. Far away, like. Rajat, what is up, Ireland? Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, not too much, guys. Just looking forward to the weekend at this point. But certainly, look, it's gonna be a big one. On Sunday we somehow are gonna be without Altay Bayandjer. I don't know how a man who hasn't played is injured, but he is. He is injured. Anyway, so let's get into some of what Eric Ten Hag's been saying in this press conference. I guess it kind of all just feeds into one another as well. So Eric Ten Hag obviously has confirmed Harry Maguire, Wan-Bissaka and Hojlund back on Sunday. Seemed to confirm almost that Rasmus Hojlund would be starting as well. I'm not too surprised about that. Ten Hag speaking on those players. Tomorrow we will have one session. We'll see how they recover from this, but it does look good. We've had a week. The players you mentioned, Hojlund, Maguire, Wan-Bissaka, returned on the pitch at the start of the week, and today they've all had full training. I think they will be fit to play. As well as that, Tom Heaton is back as well. Mason Mount trains all week and has had some full sessions, so it's looking good. It's good to see him potentially coming back after the international break. I think you're going to see Martinez come back as well, so that's all positive. And yeah, look, I mean, it's interesting because the season does look to be pretty dead in the water, but if we beat Liverpool on Sunday, we go to the FA Cup semi-final. We don't know what can happen from that point. And then likewise, at the moment, England are getting a 5th Champions League spot. Can we catch one of Aston Villa or Spurs? I think it's 7 points off Villa. It's quite a bit of ground to make up, especially considering we have to play Liverpool and Chelsea and Arsenal in those matches that we have remaining. But I'm not too sure what the fixture list looks like for Aston Villa. They'll have some big matches as well. So can we pip them to the post and maybe scam our way into the Champions League next season? Who knows? It does look likely we will be in some shape or form of European competition next season. So it might be Europa League. Hopefully it's Champions League, but we'll not hold our breath on it. Anyway, Le Man Latara, no point saying to Rajat he will support Bayern against Arsenal. Data meter recap. Say whatever you want, buddy. Honestly, it's all good. Le Man, Daniel, delete your last comment. And Rajat says, not sure Hojlund will play intense Liverpool FA Cup game. Yeah, I mean, that's a concern for me. You know, it'll be a very intense match on Sunday. And the role that Hojlund plays in the pitch anyway, the amount of running and sprints, I mean, he has to be 100% fit or he will get injured again. And that's a real possibility. That is a real possibility, but I think it's interesting. Watch out for that Champions League spot. Watch out for the coefficient ranking. I mean, I will not be on here celebrating if we get 5th place in the Premier League. Like, I'm not gonna. It feels wrong celebrating getting 4th, or being happy with 4th. I don't want to be doing it for 5th. I really don't. Just some interesting news for the Liverpool front. Ibrahim Konate is a major doubt for Sunday's match, so I'll assume it's probably going to be Kwanzaa and Van Dijk. I mean, they did well against City's backline, so I'm sure they'll be fine against whatever we can conjure together. Eric Ten Hag on the Rashford PSG reports. This is a story we touched upon the other night as well. We did not resign Marcus last season for 4 years with the intention to sell him now. He should be part of this project, and it is not a subject that we talk about. So there you have it. Obviously, Marcus Rashford set to stay. Matata, what excuses will Ten Hag come up with this time? I don't know. We don't have to have. I don't think we need to have excuses lined up in advance. Let's just see what happens. I mean, we don't know what could happen. We could turn up and play really well. That could be a surprise, but it could happen. We could turn up and the referee gives a clear red card to Casemiro for no reason whatsoever, or we could end up giving a penalty away for no contact at all. You know, things like that can happen. I guess in the moment they're excuses. In the bigger scheme of things, they're not really. We don't know. Rashad says, knock with 0 to 2 goal difference, nothing to get excited about. Nah, not at the minute. Like, I'm not getting excited about anything, guys. I'm just holding the breath on it, I guess. Klopp says that they might do things differently on Sunday. I would be surprised. They've played the same or similar style of football for the last 7 or 8 years. They're not going to change too much. Let's not kid ourselves here. Anyway, Ten Hag is saying they're very eager for this. There are more Liverpool fans in the away end than normal, so we will need to be really loud. If we want to win, which you do, you have to be good, and we need to be our best to beat them. I feel like this is all common sense. I feel like this isn't just anything revolutionary. If we want to beat a good team, a team that's better than us, we have to be at our best and hope that they're not at their best. I don't think that there's gonna like blow too many people's minds really with some of these ones. And the Ten Hag press conferences are never really blockbuster events. And I mean, even some of the questions he's even getting asked here, what is this, like, who's the favourites? Probably going to be Liverpool. Ten Hag did say we feel the momentum, they have that belief, good confidence and good spirit. Okay, interesting one. But yeah, guys, look, I mean, we I think it's just a simple matter that we have to turn up. I would like to know what you guys want to see as your starting 11. If you guys want to get that into the chat. I haven't actually prepared it, but I will have it on tomorrow's stream. But I guess, like, just off the top of my head, from what I've seen online, I guess it's gonna be Onana. It'll be Varane. I assume it's probably gonna be Johnny Evans. I don't think Maguire gets thrown back in. I think Evans tends to play these big matches, and he has done all season. I think at left back, we're probably looking at Dallo, and I think at right back, it's either going to be Kambuala or Wan-Bissaka. Midfield three, it'll be Casemiro, it will be Manu, it will either be Bruno in there, or we'll play that weird formation with like McTominay as like playing 2 10s and no striker. But Bruno will play in there as well. I expect McTominay probably starts as well. Rashford will start and Garnacho probably starts. I would like to see Hojlund in there if he's ready. I don't know if he is. I don't know if we're going to get that. But guys, let me know. Get your thoughts down below. What is Daniel saying? Daniel, buddy, you're meant to be a mod here. You're meant to be a mod here. You need to be serious. Can't be going after Hollyhock Road. Liman, will it make a difference if Hojlund plays? I think, yeah. I think against City we needed Hojlund. The reason we needed Hojlund in that match was we didn't have an outball. We didn't have anyone to put the centre halves under pressure. Simply with Hojlund's presence, and the same would go for any player. If it was Rashford, if it was Garnacho, if they're in a central area, they have to be picked up by the centre backs. And that's just going to mean that they're not going to be as compact. You're going to push them further back just by having a man there. And that's something we've got to be watching out for in this match. I hope we don't just descend into playing long balls. I think Van Dijk will be very happy with that as well. If that is what we go for, but we're going to find out. We are going to find out. I think Bruno starts in this one. To be honest, I can't see him not starting. Speaking of Bruno, he and Dallo are called up to the Portuguese national squad. And we do have an interesting story. The Leicester spotted Tyrell Malacia, the man who many people thought would has magically just disappeared. Malacia was at the team dinner this week with the rest of the United squad. He was present day to day at Carrington and interacts with staff and teammates. We haven't seen him photographed. It is very bizarre what has happened. Hello to Bourne. How are you, buddy? Rajat, yes, I agree. Dallo and Onana. Now, I guess if we want to go through all the stories, and we will be doing that there, one of the stories we have to come and touch upon is going to be the safety of Eric Ten Hag's job. Now, this has been something we've been talking about for a long time. I don't think the guy's job can be safe. I think based upon the play, I think based upon the season, and I think based upon what INEOS are going to do or be likely to do, then they're probably going to have a review of his position at some shape or time. That will come. There's no doubt in my mind about it. But David Ornstein said that at the minute, there's nothing to suggest that Ten Hag's immediate future is in doubt. He is actively planning for the next season. So whether or not Eric Ten Hag is going to be here or not, I think INEOS have a big call to make. And look, I broke it down, I think, last week. I think the point that we broke it down was they're not looking at results, they're not looking at performances. They're looking and asking themselves, if we had to hire any manager in world football, would we get Eric Ten Hag right here and now? Would he be the guy we would appoint? If the answer is yes, they'll probably roll with him for a while. If the answer is no, then I expect him to make the change. And I think the change will come. Big ups to Steph. Good to see you. Le Man, we have yet to be... Have we been yet to get embarrassed at Old Trafford by Liverpool or City? I can't remember. There's been a lot... I mean, there has been some embarrassments. Back-to-back 3-0s against Newcastle, and City was probably one. I know we were beaten 5-0 at home by Liverpool under Ollie, but that's about it. I think that's about it. Hey guys, get voting on the poll though. Let me know your thoughts. Not too many people going for a draw. I think people are thinking there's going to be a winner on Sunday. Look, I might be wrong. I genuinely might be wrong, and there mightn't be a replay. It might be like extra time penalty shootout on a Sunday. But I'm like 90% sure it's going to be a replay if it is a draw. But if someone can quickly confirm that for me, just let me know. Rajat says no manager options are that convincing. Yeah, I mean, I think there's really good managers out there. It's just who is going to be available, who's going to be out there, and who's going to be someone we can reasonably get. Because I think looking at it, you got a lot of teams out there will be hunting for new managers. Liverpool, you got Barcelona, you got Bayern Munich. You probably are going to have other clubs as well. I mean, you could see Pochettino sacked Chelsea if they finish bottom half. That could happen. You could see Eddie Howe leave his job if they finish bottom half of the league. So I think, yeah, I mean, there's going to be a lot of clubs looking managers, and I think there is a lot of good managers out there, exciting managers. I think if we make a change, it might be someone that we don't expect, or maybe someone who isn't quite a household name. That might be where we go to. As Steph says, are we having a watch along on Sunday? Potentially, yes. I will have to confirm that, but I'll be on live again tomorrow, and I'll get it confirmed for that one. Hopefully there will be. Rajat said, I have no clue. I might take Flick and JN. I'm assuming that's Julian Nagelsmann. Yeah, guys, 15 likes. Keep dropping those likes as well. But yeah, look, I think I like Nagelsmann as a manager. I do. I think that could be an interesting shout. I think Amorim's probably going to be up there. I mean, if we want a really rogue shout, but I don't think we'll be able to get him. Probably Simeone Inzaghi. I think Inzaghi could be a brilliant shout. But I don't know. I don't know if he'll leave Inter Milan. Liman says, how would you like Ten Hag to approach this game against a very informed and aggressive Liverpool? Play safe or go all out, or would you divide up the nature of the performance throughout the 90 minutes? It's a good question. I guess, like, fundamentally, when you're coming up against a team that's going to press you really high, really aggressively, like Liverpool will, with Salah and Diaz and Nunes from the front, you're not going to have a lot of time to play out from the back. Now, we actually are pretty good in the first phase. So with the ball between Onana and the centre halves, yeah, we're pretty good. We struggle in phase 2, which is getting the ball from the back line into midfield and then progressing it beyond that. That's where we struggle at. So fundamentally, you got two options, really. You can either try to play through the press by passing through it, which is very difficult to do, and I don't know if we can do that there with the midfield options we have. Or you can try bypass the press and go long over the top, and that could be something we do. I feel like that's probably the more likely, is to try go over the top of the Liverpool press. That's what I think is most likely. Luman, stop interfering. Born, what about the former German coach Jogi Löw? I thought he was good. But he wasn't loved. His fault. Yeah, I don't know whatever happened to that guy. Like, I don't know where he ended up after he left Germany. Um, I can only ever really remember him managing the German national team. I can't remember him being manager of any other teams either. So I don't know where he went to. I don't know what happened to that guy. But I don't think he's going to be in our managerial picture, guys. I really don't. I mean, I would be very surprised if he was. Let's just put it that there way. But yeah, certainly I think Sunday will be an interesting match. Make no mistake about it. We're not going to learn anything new. There will be nothing we will see on Sunday that we either haven't seen, or B, don't haven't already predicted. I think. Klopp says that they might try something different on Sunday. I don't know if I believe that necessarily. I think we're going to roll with the same system we've had all season. So I think we can kind of predict what's going to come. Did I miss a comment there? Rajat says what? Oh, he's talking about the man. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, but yeah, guys, I guess we'll move on real quick and we'll have a look at some of the transfer stories floating around at the minute. Got a load of sales potentially to look into. One of those is Mason Greenwood, which seemingly is making positive progress towards a deal to join Barcelona for 30 to 40 million euros. It's not what we wanted for Greenwood. It's probably way under his value, but obviously you have to consider the other circumstances around that, and the club will probably take that if they can do. According to Matteo Moretto, he says Greenwood does not want to return to United. He wants to leave the club. He would be very happy to stay in Spain. Atletico Madrid and Barcelona are interested in him. So let's see what happens in that sense. I think that could work out, to be honest. I think I can't see him coming back and playing for us. Let's just put it that way. I really can't see him coming back and playing for United. So I think it's most realistic that he's going to end up moving on this summer. We'll take the money and we'll just reinvest that back into the squad. That's probably the most likely thing that we will see in this upcoming window. We do have some interesting stories coming out. I mean, we can ignore this Kvaratskhelia story, in my opinion. No chance we go after him. Napoli, if they're going to sell any big player, it's going to be Victor Osimhen. It's not going to be Kvaratskhelia. That's just, I mean, that's what I reckon anyway. But it does look like we're closing in on some young players. We got a young striker, I believe, from I think it might be Plymouth or something. They got a fullback from Wolves. Obviously, these are academy signings as well. Ipswich Town sensation, Silva Mexes. So that'll be an interesting one to keep an eye out on. Rajab would say Hansi Flick, Julian Nagelsmann, Luis Enrique, although he's already taken. Yeah, I mean, I think Enrique will be given more time at PSG. I think he'll get that because Mbappe is going this summer. Obviously, the Mbappe rule at PSG is kind of coming to an end in that sense. But yeah, I mean, I would probably take Nagelsmann out of the options you give down there, to be honest, guys. That could probably be my preference if I had to change managers. But let's just see what happens. I'm not going to get too ahead of myself. Ten Hag can still save his job, make no mistake about it. Let's just find out. Guys, we're up to 17 likes as well. Big ups, because I think we've only got, like, what? 17 likes from 25 views? I mean, yeah, that's kind of, like, really good. Really do appreciate that. Anyway, on that poll, guys, got 17 votes on it as well. I'm guessing this everyone who's voted has also liked. 47% have gone for the win, 47% for a loss, and 6% have gone for a draw. Some very confident people out there. I thought Liverpool would be far ahead and that a loss would be heavily predicted by everyone. I guess maybe we got that Friday buzz, we got that Friday good feeling. We're looking forward to it. I don't know though. Some interesting quotes from Ten Hag. I guess we've kind of gone through them a bit already. I guess the big one is potential injury returns of Rasmus Hojlund fancied to start this match, Harry Maguire and Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I guess what you could see, guys, would be a case of Wan-Bissaka right back and Dalot left back. I might predict that there in my team for tomorrow. I think that could be most realistic, and at least it gives us fullbacks in this match. It depends on how ready Wan-Bissaka is. Depends on how ready Hojlund's going to be. Depends on how ready Harry Maguire is going to be as well. I'm not I'm not too sure. I guess we'll find out. It's gonna be Eric Ten Hag's call. Let's hope he gets it right. Steph says we've got to ruin the Klopp leaving party. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's been pretty sick, and everywhere you look, it's just Liverpool. You can't watch Monday Night Football. You can't watch matches between other clubs without Jurgen Klopp coming up, without Liverpool coming up. I mean, it's pretty sickening at this point. I really would love to put a dampener on that there story at the weekend. Whether or not we can do that, I don't know. We had the chance to stop a treble last year and we didn't take it. So let's hope Sunday can be more successful. Anyway, Rashad said, "Don't let Liverpool win and end with a high." Exactly, that's exactly what we want to avoid. And even regardless, look, if Liverpool win the league and the FA Cup and the Europa League, that's not a treble. Like that, you've won 3 trophies. Yeah, I think they've won the Carabao Cup. So yeah, okay, you've won 4 trophies, but I mean it's not a treble because you haven't won the big ones. You know that is the truth of it. Like Rashad says, Carragher gonna go talk so dumb. Hopefully, I mean Carragher is what I like. You would like to see from Gary Neville. Like Gary Neville annoys me how anti-United he is. And it's all done in the name of trying to be neutral or come across neutral, I guess. But it's just infuriating to watch. It's like you would swear Gary Neville played for Liverpool the way he speaks about United. Liman, honestly, don't you see Liverpool and Liverpool deserve to win quadruple? Nah, buddy. Nah, no, not at all. Not at all, buddy. Not at all. You don't deserve to win anything in football. I actually have a funny feeling that Arsenal might win this league. But I guess it's kind of too hard to call at this point. You know, it is a proper title race. I guess it's a proper title fight, and who knows what twists and turns are going to come and be between now and then. Obviously we play Liverpool, we play Arsenal. Maybe we'll have a say in the title fight. Probably not though, based upon our form this season. But we'll find out. And yeah, I guess that kind of leads us into an interesting story I would like to talk about as well. Upcoming international break. Now, normally the international break is pretty dull affair. Not too much happens, bar some international friendlies, and we always seem to lose a key player to injury. That seems to be typical of our international break experience. But we might get some positive stories this come in the coming weeks, and that's because INEOS are set to make some more big changes. The international break will be a perfect time to get that done. So I would expect to see movement on Dan Ashworth. I think that's a deal that's been worked on in the background. It does look like Newcastle are willing to negotiate because they're kind of realised that they've made a mistake by going so hard to try to defend Dan Ashworth and get money out of this. Because what happens in the summer then whenever Eddie Howe leaves? If they go looking at a new manager and they want to check, I don't know, if they want to go after De Zerbi, or if they want to go after someone else, I don't know, like Thomas Frank or someone like that. What happens when those clubs like Brentford or Brighton or whatever say, okay, yeah, you can have our manager, but £50 million. You know, you don't want to be the club that creates a precedent of doing things like that. It doesn't really work like that for directors, for managers. So you want to avoid some of that as well. Liman, am I Southgate in like Steph? No, I'm not Steph. I'm not Southgate in, and I somehow really doubt that Stephanie is a big fan of Gareth Southgate either. Rashad says Kenny B is out injured. He is indeed. He's out for a couple of weeks. Interesting stories just popped up here anyway from Chris Wheeler. Some of Ten Hag's coaches, including Benny McCarthy, will be out of contract in June and have been asking for assurances over the future of their career at Manchester United. McCarthy is thought to be very popular with the first team squad. I don't know if assurances can be given to those guys because I think it'll come down to whether Ten Hag is kept on or whether or not he gets sacked. There's no guarantee. There's absolutely no guarantee. And even Chris Wheeler has said that there's no guarantee. Mitchell van der Gaag and Steve McLaren will stay at United for the duration of the 3-year contracts. There's a lot of uncertainty surrounding Ten Hag's future. So I guess that's going to be wait and see what happens there. I mean, you're not going to see a situation where if Ten Hag goes and another manager comes in that he's going to keep Ten Hag's backroom staff. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think it should happen either, really. So it'll be about trying to get some good appointments in. I think, if necessary, I guess you would like to see a decision made on the manager's future, if not publicly, at least internally, about what we're going to do. Like if we need a new manager, can we start to sign them out? Can we start to work and get them? That's what we got to be looking at. Whether or not we do that, who knows? I mean, I hope so. I hope that we have the competency to do that there, and we won't just sack Ten Hag and then say, okay, let's go look at who's available now, because that could be bad planning if it does happen. Le Mans says Pep is playing mind games to the De Bruyne injury, that substitution fallout against Liverpool. Maybe. I mean, anything is possible. Like literally anything is possible. And Pep will try to play those mind games. Like, make no mistake about it, guys. Um, Anyway, on that poll, most people going for the win. 53% saying that we're going to win on Sunday. I mean, I love the confidence. I really do love the confidence. I just don't know if I can say it, to be honest. And as much as I want to say, yeah, we're going to go out there, we're going to win this match on Sunday. I mean, I just can't. I mean, if I was going to put money on it, I wouldn't. I'll put it that way. But we got to be optimistic. We got to stick to it. We got to hope for the best. And we also got to hope that we can turn up and manage to beat Liverpool. Can we do it? Will we do it? I don't know. Let's find out. Let me just check for some other stories anyway to go through, guys. Apologies, I'm drinking a lot as well. It's just my throat is pretty dried up and sore. I had no voice yesterday, but we're getting there. We are getting there. Let me see. Guess there's one here from Jadon Sancho. Sancho currently showing no desire to return to United to fight for his place. His priority would be to stay in Dortmund and leave the club in summer. I'm very happy to sell Sancho. I think he's kind of putting himself in the window, which is good. That's what I want to say. And I think he will be sold. Honestly, I really do. Johnny Evans hasn't been called up for the Northern Ireland squad and has been nursing a minor injury for the last few matches. It's in the best interests of club and country for him to have a period of rest in order to recover fully. That's coming from Manchester United directly. Harry Maguire, out of action since the defeat to Fulham, is close to recovery, but Erik Ten Hag will have to make a further judgment on that ahead of Sunday's match, which is good. Lisandro Martinez is not yet ready to return from a knee injury, but is close, and will be joining up with the Argentine national squad. He will continue the final steps in his rehabilitation there, but will not feature in the matches. It is also decided that Lisandro will benefit from training with his international colleagues as he regains fitness, rather than staying at Carrington, where there will be very few players training for the next week. So that's an update there on Lisandro Martinez. Kobbie Mainoo into the England under-21 squad probably is good enough for the actual England squad. I don't know why Jordan Henderson's in there, but it is him. An interesting story anyway. The March internationals will be an ideal time for the planning and the INEOS contention that the club are considering possible replacements for boardroom level staff and even for the manager and coaches of the first team. So that could be done as well. Look, I mean, there's a lot of interesting stories floating around out there. I think we can ignore very safely these Rashford out stories. I think that's something we can go out there and says that I doubt that's going to happen. And I really don't see it happening at all. Marcus Rashford joining PSG. I can't see it. I can't see it. Le Mans says, given the option hypothetically, would I prefer losing 1-0 or get a draw and play at Anfield where we could get worse? I mean, I'd take whatever we get on Sunday. I'm not going in with a world of expectation. I'm not going in with a world of confidence for this match. But if we win, yeah, I'll be very, very happy with that there indeed. But let's just see how we go. Let's see how we go on Sunday. It will be an interesting one. I think we will be the underdogs going into it. I think we will be on the back foot. But let's find out. Let's find out. Anyway, I've got some interesting story about Ten Hag's long-term future. Now, I touched on this, but I do have the actual quote from David Ornstein on Eric Ten Hag. Here, let me just quickly load this one up. United have been linked to Graham Potter because he's a good relationship with both INEOS and has worked with Dan Ashworth before, but this doesn't suggest he will take over at Old Trafford. Currently, there's no information to suggest Eric Ten Hag will be leaving Manchester United this summer as of now. So at the moment, we're rolling with Ten Hag. I expected this all season long. I think he will see the season out, and then I think there's a serious conversation to be had, but let's find out. Let's find out. I'm glad it's not going to be Potter anyway. I really am. Let's just put it that way. Rosat says he's going to be doing this versus Real Madrid. Why does Madrid keep getting Man City? Is it to get more money from UEFA because there's more audience? I don't know. I really don't know. One side of the draw looks very difficult and the other one looks questionable at best. What you got? City, Madrid, Arsenal, Bayern Munich, and then on the other side it's Atletico and Dortmund and Barcelona and PSG. I mean, it's a lot harder on one side of the draw. Let's just put it that way. Let's just put it that way, guys. Guys, drop a like on the video if you haven't already. I can see we're up to 18 likes on the stream. Much appreciated. And yeah, look, I'll be looking forward to Sunday's match. I guess the international break will be an interesting time. I would expect not to get any official confirmation or any official news. There's still a season to finish out. There's still something to play for, especially if fifth place coefficiency becomes a thing. So I wouldn't expect to see a move on Ten Hag made right now. But I think you do have to have that conversation. I think they will be having that conversation, and it will be interesting to see what comes out of that. Will it be a decision to try something new under a different manager? Will it be that Eric Ten Hag can be a good manager for United, but it's not in this current environment? Because that was alluded to by Jim Radcliffe as well. He said that no manager has succeeded here because the environment hasn't been right. Rosat says Kane is going to destroy Arsenal. I doubt it. And it's nothing on Harry Kane. It's just Arsenal look pretty imperious right now, and Bayern Munich are really struggling as well. They're not having a good season. Like they're really not having a good season. Anyway, got 21 votes in that poll. Pretty split between the wins and the losses as well. Let me just check something anyway, guys, here. I think it was one other story I wanted to run through just before we finish up. Of course, you guys got any comments, like, make sure to fire them in down below, and we'll go through them, as always. The same one from Luman anyway. Why is the draw for the semi already done? Shouldn't they do it after the quarterfinals? As Barca getting PSG, getting teams. Yeah, I mean, I don't like that. I don't like the way they do it in brackets. Like, I'm not a fan of that. I'm not for it. I think it should just be like drawn out at random. Rosat says no, that's Leverkusen and Xavi's playing very well. Bart is down there. Been waiting for this stream. Your beloved team player, Sir Matt's team. Hello, Bart. How you doing, buddy? I mean, so some of the knowledge that Bart does drop on us is genuinely really good. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who didn't know that. But anyway, guys, gonna have a quick look at some of the other team news. Got some stuff coming through for Liverpool. Obviously, Ibrahim Konate is set to miss out. Klopp talking about trying something different in this match. Personally, I can't see him making a lot of changes. I can't see Jurgen Klopp randomly turning up with a brand new system, 10 or 11 matches from the end of his tenureship at Liverpool. I don't think you're going to see anything at this point that we haven't seen something very similar to in the past. And there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely not. I mean, his team is built and his team is set to play a certain way. Why would he change it? There's something completely different. Anyway, Liman, Kane has always scored but not won at the Emirates. I don't know if that's true. I mean, I swear Spurs have beat Arsenal at the Emirates at some point with Harry Kane. I mean, like, he was playing, what, like 8 or 9 years there? Surely. Liman says Rosat needs to win. Arsenal needs to win for AFTV. Maybe. I mean, look. I mean, the AFTV stuff used to be like genuine comedy gold at the time when Arsenal did lose. Anyway, got some interesting quotes from Jurgen Klopp here, talking about injuries and players we could see at the weekend. We know Ibrahim Konate facing a big fitness test. Curtis Jones should return to the squad. Diogo Jota and Trent Alexander-Arnold will be in the fold very soon as well. I would be surprised if they're playing before the international break. So I wouldn't worry too much about seeing Trent on Sunday. I wouldn't worry too much about seeing Jota on Sunday. I don't think we're going to be coming up against those players, but Curtis Jones has been pretty good for them this season. I mean, across the board, yeah, they're going to come cause a lot of problems for us. Darwin Núñez in very good form. Salah, of course, on that left-hand side up against a United team who might not even have a left back. It might be Lindelof against Salah, which really, really worries me. That really concerns me. Bar says, if we lose, the season is done. I mean, yeah, I mean, the season's not exactly going well. I think we would say it's struggled to get out of first gear really this season. So I'm not too confident on this one. Luman says, the season isn't done. Let's ask Stefan. Yeah, look, I said earlier, season's close to being done. I think you're at a point now where it could be done. If you lose the next couple of matches, but at the minute, fifth place coefficient for Champions League is looking likely for England, so that's a positive. Whether or not we can even catch Aston Villa or Tottenham Hotspur at this point remains to be seen. I don't know if we can. Like, I don't know if I genuinely don't know if we will be able to. I think Villa are 7 points ahead of us, so that would require us getting 8 points and Villa dropping 8 points. I don't know. I really don't know. We play a lot of top teams in the next couple of matches as well. Look, we're playing Liverpool in the league again. We got Arsenal in the league. We got Chelsea away. That'll be a difficult match. Brentford coming up as well. Plenty of difficult matches coming up. We're going to have to be in our absolute A game if we're going to get anything or get anywhere close. Rizat said all the best we have to play for is fourth or fifth. If we lose the game, Rizat, we don't want Champions League at the mercy of our rivals. I mean, from a strictly financial point of view, I think we need it. Like we could really do with it. You know, it's not just a case of like, can we actually win the Champions League? Can we actually go far in it? Like, because I don't think this current team does. I don't think we go any further. I think like at this moment in time, we will get a similar season as what we got this year, going out in the group stage. Unless we have a really good transfer window, but certainly, look, I think we need that Champions League money, like we really do. Let me just quickly look at some of our fixtures coming up in the next couple of weeks. Because we're gonna have to go on a winning match on a winning run anyway. I think what we got, I believe we have what? Let me just double check how many matches. I think it's 10. I got 10 matches. Yeah, 10 matches. Spurs have got a human hand on us. So Villa are 8 points clear. So Villa's probably the most realistic target. We play Liverpool in the league. We play Brentford in the league. So I guess, like, look, out of these matches, what have we got? So we should have been playing Sheffield United tomorrow, but that's been postponed. FA Cup. Have to beat Sheffield United. You have to beat Brentford. We have to go out of Bournemouth and win, which is not the easiest of tasks. We have to beat Burnley. We're going to have to beat Crystal Palace. That means we have to win 5 matches out of those 10. That those are non-negotiable. Then you have to pick up wins against some of the big boys. You have to go and beat at least 2 out of Chelsea, Liverpool, Newcastle, Arsenal, and Brighton. You're going to have to go and beat 2 or 3 out of those to even have a chance at this. Like, I think it might just be too far gone at this point. Maybe I'm being negative. Maybe we actually will do it, but I just don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. Rizat, what is... Oh, sorry, those are some old comments popping up there. Rizat, exactly agree with that. Yeah. Oh, there. So yeah, guys, it'll be a big ask for us to go out there and finish in the 5th place. Of just for talk's sake, I wouldn't mind have a look at seeing who Aston Villa still have to play in their last couple of matches, because obviously we play a lot of big teams. We managed to beat Villa home and away this year, so it would be disappointing if they finish above us, but can't say I'm surprised. Villa play West Ham and Wolves, City, Brentford, Arsenal, Bournemouth, Chelsea, Brighton, Liverpool, Crystal Palace. So potential for Villa to drop points there as well. But they're playing well. They're probably playing better than us at the minute as well. So you could see that happen. You could see Villa pipping us to, which would be a real shame. Like it really would be if we're finishing like sixth. I'm still missing out, even with an extra place in the Champions League this season. It could be a big disappointment, but what can you do? What can you do? I think this is a situation we find ourselves in. We're in this position for a reason because we haven't been good enough at all this season, and that ultimately is what's probably going to cost us. Unless we go on a run and Villa have a bad run, but that's about all that can really solve these issues, in my opinion. And get us that Champions League spot for next season. Look, guys, drop a like on the video if you can. If you guys want to get some predictions in as well for Sunday's match against Liverpool, let me know your thoughts down below. Vote on the poll if you haven't already. 52% going for a win, 4% for the draw, which will probably mean a replay, I think. And 43% are saying it's going to be a loss on Sunday. Very interesting predictions there from you guys. I'm surprised the majority are going with a win. I thought most people would be hitting that loss button as quickly as they could. I don't know though. I don't know. I guess we're just gonna have to go out. We're gonna have to go out there and find out on Sunday. That's all we can do. You know, it's okay talking about things. It's okay looking at who's available. It's gonna be about what we can do after that. It's gonna be what we can do on the pitch. Barcelona, Liverpool, Salah brace. No replays. I thought there was replays. In the FA Cup this season, and the League Cup doesn't have a replay. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Liman says, if we win against Liverpool, should the Ten Hag call go silent? Ten Hag call go silent? No, I don't think so. Like, if you think genuinely that Eric Ten Hag should be sacked as Manchester United manager and that he's not good enough, then winning a one-off match shouldn't determine that either. You know, it shouldn't. In the same way that United Stand did a big story about Ten Hag having 3 games to save his job, and he would be sacked if he didn't win against Everton, Liverpool, and Brentford. Well, by that logic, then if he wins those matches, every bad performance and bad result, the 16, 17 losses we've had this season don't matter because you won those 3 matches. Or on the flip side, Eric Ten Hag, you didn't know Ten Hag was good enough, but somehow you picked that up. Like, you're going to learn something different playing against Liverpool, Everton, and Brentford, like you wouldn't have picked up before that there. So stories like that are a bit of a nonsense. If you think Ten Hag's the right guy, give him the support to go and complete the project. Or if you think he's not the right guy, you change it up. You make that alteration. You make that switch. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. Lemon would take a 2-0 loss happily. I don't know what it's going to be on Sunday. I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, it could be ugly. It could be a decent performance. I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen on Sunday. But I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a fun day anyway. St. Patrick's Day over here in Ireland, so I'll be celebrating regardless afterwards. So don't you worry too much about that, guys. But yeah, I think we're going to leave the stream here, guys. So I will be live again tomorrow, probably around 5:30, 6 o'clock tomorrow as well. Man Utd social media may be good, but would you love to have back the football without it? The football without like social media. I mean, it's good. It's got its pluses and it's got its negatives. Like, it's got its ups and downs. Like, sometimes it's hard, like, sitting in front of a camera. Like, whenever we're just getting beat. Like, what I think one of the days I was just like, this is just awful. Was like 3-0 loss against Bournemouth at home. Just sitting recording. I just go, oh my god. Because I was just like, I just wanted the ground to swallow me up, but obviously it didn't. But look, guys, that's going to do it for today. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate everyone turning out, and I'll catch everyone again tomorrow.